Hey guys, David Turner, Strata Sticks. Wednesday night, I want to do a song. I do a lot of different kind of songs. I don't share a lot of original songs. People don't like to cut them when you share them on the web. It's kind of a offensive thing, I guess. But anyway, I like to sing storytelling songs, and a lot of them relate to my childhood experiences I had, growing up, a lot of adults won't like this song. Some of them remember it, but I guarantee you kids will like it if they listen to it. Like I say, I do a lot of different songs, and sometimes I do a new song, an old song, and I like these old hat songs sometimes, forgotten songs. Nobody ever play them. I mean, you might be riding through the middle of mid-America, somewhere in some cornfield, and some old radio will be playing it, but for the most part, they're not heard anymore, and they're just passed down from generation like old stories. And but anyway, growing up in Burnt Hickory, Georgia, there was a community up there, and all the families were sawmillers or loggers. Everything revolved around wood cutting. There was the Wilsons and the Tibbetses and the Corleys and the McMickens and the Ruffs and the Turners and the Fergusons. And old Doc Henson, he was a doctor, and he wanted to be everything but a doctor, and he actually wanted to be a sawmiller one time with a doctor's degree. So imagine that. But anyway, growing up there in Burnt Hickory was a pretty unique experience. It's kind of in between Dallas and Cartersville, kind of where the Lake Point community is, just a little west of Seif Newbill's house. A lot of the old timers remember Seif Newbill and Von McMicken. They were a pair when you got around them. But anyway, before there was monster trucks, there was John Deere skidders, and all the families had their own brand of equipment they liked. And Michael Fred, he was a John Deere man, and I've been a John Deere man for a long time too. But anyway, he had a lot of family members that worked for him, and his cousins and his uncles and his brothers. And over the years, he was always a good employer, for his family. And Ken counted with Michael Fred, and good man, by the way. And there was three brothers, the Evans brothers, Ricky, Neil, and Timmy, that worked for him. And I used to come up there in the summer, when I lived with my grandmama in Marietta, and stay with my dad, and visit my Uncle Fred, and he'd take us to the woods with him so we could cut wood and tote chunks and run a chainsaw some and whatnot. But anyway, he had these three brothers, and they were a little different. They grew up in downtown Cartersville, worked at the golf course, and Rick was a tree man. He cut them down, and his brother Neil would skid them out on Big John. And Neil, he was an entertainer too. He'd let me ride the skidder with him, and he'd sing to me, different songs, and tell me about his experiences in high school that he had when he was a singer at the Glee Club or whatever they call it. But anyway, my eyes would get this big around, and he'd let me ride on the skidder, and I'd hang on and stand up and look at him, and he'd be operating the machine, singing songs, to me and stuff. And I have to believe somewhere down the line that's part of what I do. But anyway, he used to sing me a song, and it was a real interesting song, and I just wanted to kind of do it with you. And it's a forgotten song, so if you can't carry on with it, it's okay. A lot of people ain't never heard it or don't remember it. Big John.
Big John, Big John.
Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He weighed 6'6" and weighed 245. Kind of broad at the shoulders and there at the hips. Everybody knew he didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John.
Big John.
Nobody seemed to know where Big John called home. He just drifted in town and stayed all alone. Didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy. Didn't speak at all unless you said hi, was Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajun queen, and with a crashing blow of a huge right hand sent a Louisiana feller to the promised land. Big John. Big John. Big John. Big bad John. Big John. There came the day at the bottom of the mine when the timber cracked and men started crying. Miners were praying and hearts beat fast, and everybody thought they'd breathe their last except John. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell walked a giant of a man the miners knew well, grabbed a sagging timber and gave out with a groan, and like a giant oak tree just stood there alone. Big John. Big John. Big John. Big bad John.
Big John.
With all his strength, he gave out with a groan. Then a miner yelled out, "There's a light up above," and 20 men scrambled from the would-be grave. And there was only one left down there to save Big John. With jacks and timbers, they started back down. Then came that grumble way down in the ground, and the smoke and the gas belched out of that mine. And everybody knew it was the end of the line for Big John. Big John. Big John. Big bad John. Big John. And they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it. There are a few words written in front of that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man. Big John. Big John.
Big John.
Big John. Big bad John. Big John.
Big John.
Anyway, good storytelling song. It's amazing how a folk can come through, and a good story can come through in a song. And this one kind of tells a story, you know, of a giant man that just didn't belong nowhere, and he just used his strength to make his way. And one day he bought it, saving other people. Anyway, David Turner, Straight Out of the Sticks, 2015, Big Bad John. Peace.